Hey y'all, it's Jeremy James, the original Bourbon Realtor.
And Ethan James.
He doesn't have a nickname yet. Welcome to Barstools and Bourbon. Today we are going to sample one of the hottest names in whiskey in America right now. One of my favorite of their entire lineup is the Penelope Bourbon Barrel Strength Double Oak.
I know her.
Really now? You know Penelope?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met a Penelope in my life.
We go way back.
Way back, he says. All right, so a little bit of the background on Penelope. They are a secondary sourcer, so what they do is they actually purchase whiskey from another company. In this case, they do MGP out of Indiana, or whatever the name is that they're calling themselves now. And then they take, repackage, do whatever, finish, and change up the whiskey, and then sell it under their label, right? So, I wanted to hate this bourbon the first time that I saw it out. I really, really wanted to. Just because, for me, and when I saw it, it was another label from MGP in a market of MGP flooded whiskeys that are just all over the place, and I was thinking that it was just another one. I have had this before, as you can tell, and my review on it was simply that I was wrong, and gladly so. I've never been, a few times I was glad to be more wrong, but it's been rare, especially when it's in whiskey and bourbon.
He don't like to admit it.
No. All right, so today we're looking at Penelope Barrel Strength. This is their 4-grain toasted series, basically double oaked. So taking a 4-grain whiskey from MGP and then aging it in a toasted barrel for another length of time for however long. This one's coming in at 114 proof. And it's char level 4, toast level heavy, whatever that means, aged 4 to 5 years, and it's batch 61. So these are barrel strength. These are single barrels, so or at least small batch, I guess. So small batches. So your mileage will vary. They, from what I understand, do a pretty good job of keeping their stuff in line with each other, so you get a lot more consistency rather than single barrel products, which literally can vary from barrel to barrel. So let's get this bad boy poured out. No good pop because I've already opened it.
Yeah, you already ruined it.
Yep.
You already ruined the money shot.
The money shot. That's a different program. All right. So what to expect? I know what to expect on this. Double barrel, toasted barrels, whatever, tend to be much heavier on barrel notes at a younger age. This, again, is 4 to 5 years. I was not a fan of their 4-grain whiskey that's not double oaked.
I haven't had it, so I can't tell you.
I have had it, and had it head-to-head with this one, and then this one won. Yeah, so party foul on Ethan right there, dropping whiskey on my hand. All right, well, Penelope just juiced my hand, so because of Ethan's party foul over here.
Listen, I'm new to this.
He's a rookie. So, appearance-wise, it's actually a little lighter than the rice whiskey that we tasted last time, right?
Yeah.
That one was a little bit darker. This got a little bit more...
This is a Miller High Life.
Yeah, a little bit more kind of raw honey, right? So now the cheat code in whiskey is double oaking, or double barreling. That's the cheat code.
It's OP.
Yeah, overpowered. That's exactly right. It's an overpowered weapon because it really does an amazing job adding a lot of different flavors and amplifying flavors that you wouldn't get in a normal 4 to 5 year old whiskey.
Probably or Woodford Reserve Double Oak.
One of the best.
Up there.
Yep, absolutely. One of the best out of the Woodford lineup for sure. So visually, I mean, it's basically straight down the middle for visual, so no problems there. Let's get on the nose. Not a lot of alcohol pushing us out.
Especially for what, 114?
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad at all.
You can definitely have smell the oakiness and the caramels in there.
The oak's coming through a lot. I may be a rookie, but I know that one.
There are some grains. Now, for me, 4 grains tend to have a little bit more savory note to them. This one is made from corn, rye, wheat, and malted barley. And I'll post the percentages down here so you all can see at home. You can geek out on all those percentage goodnesses. But the 4 grains tend to be a little bit more savory as far as the grains and so forth. Not as much with like the rye notes and things like that. So a little bit more bready. And that's what I'm getting on this nose, is a little bit more bread.
They don't want to kick you off the glass at all, though.
Oh, no. No, at 114, you can easily smell this. Yeah, some grains, but overall not overpowering corn or rye or anything like that. It's a nice balance of those grain notes. All right, let's get after it. Excuse him while he coughs up a lung. Palate is where this one shines. Where the nose is a little bit flat, it's not really in your face or anything like that. On the palate, you get hit with rich caramels and chocolates and vanillas all over.
The mouth feels crazy, too.
Yeah. Once you get past that first initial sweetness, it switches straight into those big, robust, umami-style savory oaks. And a nice finish, just mouth-watering. I mean, your mouth just drips.
It's going crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't want to hate it either.
You can't hate that. That is so good. Now, for me, the standard 4 grain, even at barrel strength, it didn't have the character this one does.
No.
The sweetness is really what takes this one to the next level.
It's almost as sweet as an Angel's Envy rye, but it's not there, but it's
right.
trying.
Yep. Now that Angel's Envy rye to me is like fruitcake. That is crazy. It should be illegal because it is a dessert whiskey all day long.
I love it though.
But as far as notes on this thing, up front is vanillas, toffees, all those caramel, dessert quality type notes.
It's like when you walk into one of those fudge stores that
you just get hit in the face with it, right? Yeah. The mid and back palate tends to be a little bit more grain and oak forward. That's where that tends to sing.
I'm going to act like I know what that tastes like.
You know what it tastes like, just whether you can express it, right?
Something like that.
But when you take a sip, pay attention to that sweetness.
Oh, I get the sweetness.
Then wait, swallow, and let it fade, and then tell me what you have after you swallow that little bit.
It's like I walked into my buddy's silo.
Grainy, right?
There it is.
You got that graininess going on. That is some next level stuff. It has a twinge, just a twinge of sharpness on the finish. Mm-hmm. Just a twinge. And you don't expect it especially from the start. From the start, it just tastes like syrup. It just is that nice, balanced, robust sweetness, chocolates, oaks, all those delicious things. And
it's
then
like the smell of Cold Stone. There it is.
The Cold Stone Creamery? Yeah. There you go. But this thing, I'm starting to get a little bit more grain on the nose now. A little bit of the sweetness, but mostly just oak, really, with those grains.
The taste of that sweetness is crazy.
It is so good. You can't hate that.
You can want to, but you can't.
The only reason I wanted to hate it was because it was just another MGP product.
I'm not a big fan of those, and I'm not the most on the bourbon, but I'm not a big fan of them. But I can drink that one.
And the reason a lot of folks aren't a big fan of them is because there's so many of them that it's saturating the market.
My thing is, I don't know where they come from. Like, you can know all the stuff.
Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I mean, it's whatever they're cooking out of that place. But I'm glad. I mean, obviously, you can tell where this one comes from because it's Lawrenceville, Indiana. You can see it. And so we immediately know that it's MGP. But the finishing, and I've said this before, if a distiller, if a company is going to source a whiskey, either make it your own mash bill and have them distill it specifically on your menu, on your recipe, or do something with it afterwards, like Penelope has done with this toasted barrel strength. Finishing it, like a couple others that do a great job with this. Foregate does a phenomenal job with that kind of stuff. 2KO, Dixon Deadman, who's going to be on the show here before long, he does that. Old Carter. These are some of the best people doing finished whiskeys and double barrel whiskeys in the market today. And when you do that kind of work, I'll buy your product. If a distiller is simply just buying a big agricultural tote full of whiskey and then just repackaging it and slapping a $30 higher price tag on, I have zero interest in that whiskey.
It doesn't draw, like, me being new to it. Like, it doesn't draw me to it. Like, I want to see something from here that I know.
A little bit of artisanship, a little bit of craftsmanship, right?
Yeah. And
Show me
I
what
take
you
pride
can do.
in this stuff because right here at home and I know it. But
well, we know who's doing what with that.
I know what we're getting. But this, it scares me because
it's just, is it another source product? And now, source products aren't necessarily all bad. There can be good stuff. But show me some craftsmanship. Otherwise, without craftsmanship, without something being done to it, it might as well just have an MGP label on the front and cost me $20 less.
So letters MGP down the bottom.
Right. Just put MGP. I mean, if that's all you're going to do and you're not going to do anything, just be honest about it. Slap the label on it and let us at least see what it is. Or improve it. Improve it, which Penelope has definitely done with the toasted barrel.
She's definitely improved since high school.
Oh my God, she didn't peak in high school. Jesus. There's nothing to complain about with that. Nothing at all. So buy bar or pass. I think this was 80. What do you think for 80?
Broke college student, but if I could afford it, I'd
get some birthday money.
Christmas money.
Go out and get some Christmas money.
I'd buy it.
I would too. Obviously, I did, but I would buy it again. The standard 4-grain barrel strength? No, I would not.
It's almost if Woodford Reserve and the Angels Envy Ride in the Double Oak had a baby.
Or, how about this? How about if we could actually get Woodford Reserve Double Oak at a barrel proof? Imagine that, Woodford. Are you listening to what we're saying? Do you hear what we're putting out there? Woodford Reserve Double Oak at a barrel proof.
And while you're at it, subscribe.
Please, subscribe. Probably should have said that within the first minute or so, but that's all right.
Well, throw it in there
subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever.
I'm talking to Woodford.
There you go. Woodford's following me. But I mean, Woodford Reserve Double Oak at barrel strength. Come on, tell me that's not a winning combination right there. That would be freaking amazing. The taters would line up from Frankfurt to Danville down the highway just to pick that thing up. Buy bar or pass, definitely a buy at $80, $90, whatever. I wouldn't go over 100. Probably not going over 100 on it, but 80, 90, this is a buy. Get it on your bar. Don't hate on it. I hear a lot of people talking about the Architect series. Probably going to have to dip into that here before too awful long. But I'm Jeremy James, the Bourbon Realtor.
I'm Ethan James, I guess the Bourbon Realtor's son.
Penelope, barrel strength, toasted series. It's a buy. We'll see you all next time.